Welcome back to 726 Harrison. Matt Shekels is here, and he's the North Arkansas Agricultural Director. Welcome to the show. First time here?
Yes, first time. Glad to be here.
Well, good. Well, I think Mickey Summers sent out a press release the other day and about blackberries in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Now, this time of year, it shouldn't be that hard to grow things in a greenhouse, but is this something fairly new? Is this part of the a statewide initiative?
It is fairly new. It stems from a partnership that we have with University of Arkansas Horticulture, and this is something that, as far as they know and we know, blackberries have never been researched in a greenhouse in modern history. So, what
is that just for the state or just
for the
anywhere?
nation? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Now they may have been grown in pots, but what we're doing is growing them hydroponically.
What does that mean?
Hydroponically means that they're not getting their nutrients from the soil. They're getting it from water and nutrients that we added to the water.
Okay.
And so it complements what else we have in the greenhouse: hydroponic lettuce and strawberries.
And that's ongoing right now.
That's ongoing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's your history with blackberries?
My history is about like anybody else, growing them out in the field or out on our farm, and beyond that, not too much. But so this is something that's very brand new. We are working with Dr. Michael Evans. He's one of the leading horticulturists in the nation, and the reason for it, why grow blackberries in a greenhouse? The reason for it is if you go into a grocery store and start looking at the prices of blackberries in the wintertime, there's a huge market that could be there. So what we're trying to do is see if it's possible and then see if it's sustainable. Next step. So very early
I want to
stage.
know about pollination. I mean, out in the wild, they're pollinated. So where does that come into play with
You bet.
them in a greenhouse?
With blackberries and especially strawberries, you have insects, bees that can pollinate, but also wind. And so there is some pollination in our greenhouse. We have fans circulating the air, so there's some pollination with that. If we see the blackberries aren't being pollinated like they should, we have just a cordless, battery-powered leaf blower. We can go through and just make our own wind.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can pollinate that way.
Okay.
So what phase are you at right now? Is this just on the drawing board, or is it?
We actually have plants in our greenhouse that are blossoming right now. They
here
are
in Harrison.
Yep, here in the greenhouse. We have.
Here's a picture.
Yep, there's a picture. We have 2 varieties of them growing. Both of them have been bred by the U of A. Arc Freedom and Arc 45, a thornless and a thorned bush. And
Now,
go ahead.
I was finish what you were going to say, and I was going to ask.
We're also doing lighted, extra light grow lights versus no lighting. So we've got a couple different research going on. With
So
them.
the ones that are lit, are they inside, or are they still okay?
Yeah, both of them inside.
Wow.
I didn't see. You only had a couple pictures to show us, and I didn't see what the root structure is like. Is it in a bed of dirt, or is it how does that work?
It's actually in some. You can kind of see at the bottom. It's
Yeah.
in some humus, and we've got that going on. And we've also got a different. It looks like a bulb crate. What most of them are in, and it's just in some humus. It's got a little bit of fertilizer, but not much. We add slow release fertilizer to it, and then the water.
Yeah.
And so it's the roots and the structure is sitting on gravel, and the bulb crate is sitting. The roots are sitting in this bulb crate of humus.
So does
material.
the water I saw in one of the first picture you had there, had a plastic tube there, and I guess there's holes in the
Yes.
tubes.
Yep.
And they just drip continuously
There
through.
you go.
Through a timer. Yep.
And does the water go through the humus, or does it evaporate?
We water enough to where there's not any water running out,
Okay.
just enough to keep the humus moist.
And what's the mixture you put in water? I'm sure there's nutrients of some kind.
Yeah, it's nutrients of, let me think, it's 5, 14, 10, I believe is the mixture, NPK. It's just a slow release.
Food source?
Food source,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Now, somebody's wanting to know more about this. Can they come and look at the operation?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, they could contact me. My number is 391-3149, and look us up on the website. We've got a lot of information coming out on that, and we have tours of high school students all the time, and Throughout this semester, we'll be having some workshops along with what we're doing in the whole program.
Can somebody locally here imitate or duplicate what you're doing?
Yes, I would say, especially with the blackberries, let the research kind of be done. That
Right.
way
So
the
you know what
mistakes are
direction.
made on
Yeah.
our end
Yeah.
before this, yeah. But the reason we're doing the research is to try to figure out, is there new things that people can grow in our area that's local that we can sell, that people can sell
Yeah.
and people benefit from.
Are there any other things that you're growing right now in the greenhouses other than
said
just the blackberries?
strawberries.
Yeah,
Yep.
strawberries.
Blackberries and-
We have strawberries growing. They're blooming right now, and so we should have some strawberries that we're selling. Most of our produce we try to sell on campus to students and faculty. Lettuce we've been growing since September, and we grow that year round.
Is the taste different?
It is if you don't have fertilized right. One thing we found out in our first year of strawberry research is strawberries like more potassium. And so we had to up that potassium in our mixture. And so with the research, you figure out what mixture is best for each plant and variety. So
That's what's called research, I guess.
I guess
huh?
so, yeah.
Well, this year's been mild.
Yes.
Would you have made any changes if it was bitterly cold or other
It would-
factors or less sun or?
Yes. This year hasn't the natural gas that we use. The usage hasn't been as high. We'll probably need to do the research again one more year or two just to see through a normal year. Is this something that's sustainable even with high natural gas costs? Is this something that people can do and actually make a living from it? So
So is
yeah,
there going to
this-
be a report at the end of all this that people can
Yeah.
check out?
We'll it'll be coming from U of A, and we'll as a team work on it together. But yes, yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
Pretty
Well,
cool.
Matt, I appreciate you coming in today.
problem.
Nice meeting you, and we may be using you as a resource for future shows. And
Absolutely.
if you got anything you'd like to let our viewers know about that's happening there at North Ark, please let us know.
Okay, sure will.
Anything else?
Just send students toward us.
Okay.
Okay.
Recruit.
You
Right.
recruit.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Thank you. No
problem.
Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Up next, who do we have?
We have Shonda Tapley and Tabitha Campbell with the Rotary Spaghetti Supper. Stay
right.
with us.